Channel. It's me, your homegirl Ladosha, right? Remember, never fear because hair help is here. And as always, on this platform, this is a no hair shaming zone. So if you are new or is returning, please hit the like and subscribe button because I have a video about repairing damaged scalp and hair just for you. So I'm going to be going back and forth with these images of my guest scalp and hair who really thinks there's no help for her hair, but girl, she don't know me, okay? I'm about to show her. Ain't nothing wrong with her hair. So I am using my endoscope to analyze her follicles and the actual strands of hair. So this is what sets the tone for me to be able to repair with the knowledge and training that I have. So yeah, the truth of the matter is she's she's got some severe damage, but I think I can do a little something. So as I look at her hair and scalp under the microscope, I noticed the follicles really needs to be clean and the hair needs a heavy dose of quality protein. I'm encouraging her to abandon all hair weave, abandon anything tight around the hairline and the scalp, abandon them all because the friction is rubbing her hair out. Her hair is dry and is not coated enough. And so the moisture from sweating is causing the hair to swell and break. The scalp, she has to go to the doctor to get more information, okay, to get more help. So I can help her in the area of aesthetics as it relates to keeping her scalp clean, providing her hair with protein, keeping her hair shaped up, and then she can go to the doctor for more help if she feels that she needs more help. So you know what she was saying? She was like, oh no, Ladosha, you're gonna have to cut off all my hair and I don't want my hair cut now. And I was like, girl, stop that now, I got you. So what I did was I used some Deca Plus. I used the entire line on her to get her started. And this was really to help pre-soften the hair and again seal the cuticle so that I can detangle her hair and take it down without, pulling any hair out excessively because again, she was afraid and she really did not want to have all of her hair cut off. And I assured her that I would not have to cut off all of her hair. She was a little bit embarrassed, but I told her, hey, girl, it's me, Kilolo. I got you, Remember, on this platform and in real life, you know what I say? Never fear. Hair help is here. Now, I know some of you guys are like, are you really going to be able to take care of this woman's hair? Can you really effectively take care of her hair and scalp without having to cut her hair off? And the answer is yes. Now, just keep watching the video because I'm going to have some more bonus stuff for you guys at the end of the video. Also, I see I'm close to 1,000 subscribers. If you like the content that I'm sharing so far, in case you haven't hit that thumbs up button, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, okay? Also, if you have been in this predicament, why don't you drop some of your concerns in the chat? And maybe if you came out pretty well, you can also share with us what you have done to repair your hair and scalp when you thought it was severely damaged. Okay, so as we can see right now, when you're using the right products, the right tools, and the right technique, the hair isn't so bad after all. You see, nothing a little soap and water can't handle. Now, she really thought like she did not have this much hair. And I was like, girl, I keep telling you, you got hair up here. So I'm using my toothing technique to effectively cleanse her scalp. Okay, I want to make sure I'm getting her scalp nice and cleansed. Now, This is a treatment that's not going to fix everything in one visit. So she is going to be returning so that I can care for her scalp. And I'm making sure not to rub the scalp too vigorously, okay? Number one, the hair is fragile. Number two, the scalp is a little tender. So I'm using different fingers to apply different amounts of pressure onto the scalp because I do not want to bruise her scalp. I do not want to exfoliate her scalp. I don't want to do anything that's excessive or scrubbing. So I'm using my middle finger, my ring finger, and my first finger, and I'm not going to use my thumb in any capacity because that's going to be too much force. And I'm making sure that I use the right comb so that I don't pull out any of her hair. Next up, I'm going to towel blot out all of the water as to not dilute any treatment or conditioner that I'm going to be using on her hair. So I use the towel to absorb most of the water out of her hair. Then I followed up with a very light conditioner. Here I'm demonstrating to her the dangers of using heavy, thick conditioners on hair this soft. So if you have fine hair, whether it's damaged or not, please do not use thick, heavy conditioners. Instead, use something that's very loose, such as the volume conditioner by the Right Hair Products, okay? So use your own, or you can use what I have, but just make sure that it's not too heavy and apply it to the ends. Do not apply the conditioner to the scalp, which is what she was doing before. And then, of course, I swear by the Pelusi protein. If you have been following me for a while, then you'll know what's coming next. If you are new, go ahead on and give it a try. I will put the description and the link. And it's pretty affordable. It's not too expensive, not too cheap, but very well much worth it. And so this is going to fortify and superficially coat her hair so that we can reduce the friction and at the same time strengthen her hair so that she can live in it, okay? Because she was afraid of her hair and she felt in her heart that her hair had no hope and she was stuck in a life of wigs and hats. And so here I wanted to demonstrate to her and show her that none of that would be the case, okay? So now I'm going to use the Revair. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. Can you really Revair hair that short? And the answer is yes. And I also want to take the opportunity to let you guys know that this is why I like the Revair, because this is a company who has really taken into consideration the reality that everyone does not have a very thick, dense, full head of hair, yet their hair needs the same TLC that all other textures, lengths, and types have. Rarely do you find that with a company like Revair. So there are others, but Revair is most certainly one of my favorites in my 22 years as a cosmetologist. So big ups to Revair, and you can visit their website if you're interested in getting one. And so for her, this would be worth the investment to protect the hair that she has left. So here I'm just going through to show you that I did Revair her entire head of hair, and she was impressed. So the top of her hair, you can see there was some stress. And here I'm just showing her of a very light pomade that's formulated for her scalp and her hair. And it's very light, and it'll be able to wash off. And again, the goal with putting a little pomade on the scalp, number one is to soothe. Number two is to provide just a little bit of nutrients to the papilla. And then, of course, we're always talking about reducing the friction, because when she sweats, this hair is going to swell a little and we don't want her hair rubbing back out. So a little pomade on her scalp will coat her hair and put a little film on her scalp to reduce friction when she sweats at night and her hair begins to dry. So this is very user-friendly. It's also a cultural practice, but just don't use too much and make sure you are using the right kind. Do not use Vaseline and all that, okay? That's a little bit too heavy. So this, again, was nature's blessing, and it's very befitting. Now I'm going to come back through with the paddle brush just to bring some blood to the scalp, which is the best nourishment. So the hair pomade, the shampoos and conditioners, they are superficially providing some support and revitalizing properties to her hair and scalp. But this brushing with the paddle brush is about the best that I can do as a cosmetologist certified in trichology. Anything outside of this beautification process, she has to go to the doctor, and she is really impressed. She could not believe. She was like, I just knew my hair was gone. Now she was a little afraid of getting her hair cut. So we call that tonstrophobia, and that is it's a legitimate phobia of getting your hair cut. So when I have clients in my chair who have this as an issue, I do allow them to hold the mirror. I also turn them away from the mirror because sometimes they're just so afraid. But with the handheld mirror, they can see me up close and personal and see that I'm not cutting off her hair. So she was trusting me, but I told her at any point, just hold the mirror up and she can see that I'm not going to cut off her hair. So this is her hair before, which really looks like it's hopeless and there's nothing there that, we could do for her. Maybe just cut it off. But in reality, look at that, guys. You see that? What? Yeah. She really had some hair there. So enough hair that I could cornrow braid. And this would definitely suffice for her so that she could wear a cap without rubbing out her hair. She could also take a shower. If she just had to, sneak back on the wig, which I don't think she should. But, she might say, I need to put my wig on. Some people may not feel comfortable with the cornrow braids. But at least we have the hair snug, braided, not too tight, but just right so that she can live in it and her hair not continue to rub out as she's sleeping. This is the goal. We cannot coat her hair with a lot of pomade. We can't use a lot of creams because these types of products will over-process her hair and make it even softer. So as we mature in age, our hair gets soft and our scalp becomes a little bit more mushy naturally. So we don't want to exacerbate those two very natural aging processes by using heavy, oily, waxy, greasy products that are difficult to wash off and would require more scrubbing, which would compromise, her hair and her scalp. So this is a simple solution. She can embrace this. And it's a process for sure, but I promise you she was very happy considering before she really felt there's no help for my hair. But at the end of the day, she was very, very pleased to see just how much hair she had and what she could do. Just embracing it naturally. And this is truly, guys, impressive. So if you like what you just saw, what you just learned, go ahead on and hit that thumbs up button. Also, what do you find challenging about taking care of your hair? Just drop a few of your concerns in the chat and I'll help you out. I am still offering free support for you here in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm also releasing my new documentary, The Narrative, which you can find on my Facebook fan page at the Ubuntu Hair Love Project. My podcast, I'm at Kent State. And don't forget, you can shop Amazon at the Ladosha Wright store. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace, love, and hair. And if you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't stand hair, you plan on cutting it off, maybe you can't even grow it, that's okay. You see how this video is, Just rub your beautiful bald head because bald heads are beautiful too. And I appreciate your support so much.